Well, hi everyone, welcome back. It's On Your Markus, live at Gluttony. We are, of course, down at the Hendrick's Gin Lounge like we have been for the previous. On the Chesterfield with me right now is the delightful Jeremiah Detto. Jeremiah, how are you?
I'm fantastic. It's week 3 of Fringe, and I'm feeling like a second or third or fourth or fifth wind.
And you're dressed for the occasion, this hot weather.
Yes.
Awesome. I could have worn that as well because it is. Well, it's actually not too bad in here, right?
We've got a bit of aircon in here, but outside it's good from here up. But the bottom is fleeced and lined, so it definitely heats up around the ankles.
I hear you. Like, try sitting underneath my hair. It's not always good.
I can imagine.
But When I Grow Up is the name of the show, and it is running until the 16th of March, which is this Sunday coming.
Yes.
Right here in Gluttony at the Valley. And how's it gone so far this year?
It has been so much fun. The show is a fully improvised physical comedy sketch show, so I get the audience to write down some suggestions of what they wanted to be when they grow up as kids, because that's what I'm trying to figure out, what I want to be in the show. And I've got 200 props and costumes behind me. It's very silly, very fun, and there's just been some cracking suggestions that people have written down.
You know what I'm going to ask you, of course.
What have they written down?
What is the craziest thing that you've had written down?
I mean, here, I think, so somebody had seen me perform at the Big Naked Comedy Show that's happening here at Gluttony. And so they wrote that down, and of course I had to do it. So I had to do Big Naked Comedy in my show. So I gave everyone a bit of a warning, and then took my clothes off and did some stand-up. What else? I got Mermaid. Mermaid was real fun. Fire Truck. Professional Italian.
Wow,
It was a very silly one that was good fun to play along with. And it's there's not so much like crazy kind of out there ones, but just really silly ones that just kind of make me stretch my brain just a little bit.
Silly's good, and you roll with it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So let's go back to when you were younger.
Yes.
What did you want to be when you grew up back then?
I had so many things. I think I was always interested in doing different things, and I was really lucky to have parents super supportive and let me try heaps of stuff out. But the kind of main three were archaeologist, historian. Then I got into like detective, forensic science, and then engineering. I was really fascinated by how things work. But then on the side was always acting and theatre, and then I discovered improv, which is...
Look at you now.
Now I can do all of it, which is pretty cool without any of the study or any of the HECS debt.
Now, it is not your first time at the Fringe. It's not your first time at the rodeo. This is your 5th year?
Yes.
Yes. So how have you enjoyed being involved in Adelaide Fringe so far?
It's been so cool seeing the growth of the Fringe, and I came twice before COVID, and then this year in the last 2 years. And just seeing that kind of growth, but not just within the festival, but the people around it as well, and the community has been fantastic, and getting to meet friends that I've hung out with Edinburgh and Perth, even people I was in Launceston for a small festival last year, and seeing some of those friendly faces around. Yeah, that's Fringe is all about community, and there's a whole bunch of it here, which is nice.
Isn't it though just a great big catch up for everyone all around the world? It happens twice a year, once at Edinburgh, and then obviously here in Adelaide as well. Annual catch up, and it's so much fun. How the Adelaide Fringe this year, because we've obviously had quite a bit of warm weather. Has the energy been quite exciting for you?
Yeah, I think people coming into it, everyone was really excited, and then obviously last weekend was pretty full on, so I think that's drained a lot of energy, not just from the performers, but the punters as well with WOMAD. But there's still that magic and electricity.
And so, any other shows, any of your Fringe shows, can you?
Burton Brothers have just finished. They're fantastic. Elf Lions, of course, is amazing. Motorboat, Josh Glantz, Gary Starr. Go check out, it's a little old show. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. It's spelt CVNT.
Okay.
But pronounced with the naughty word. It's a wonderful Buffon show that explores all things to do with being a can't. Because can I say the other word? Am I allowed to say it?
You go crazy.
Cool.
Go crazy.
The show's called Cunt. It's on at Arthur Harper. Then it'll be at the Migration Museum. And it's a phenomenal show that won awards at Melbourne Fringe. Tash York's Chaos Cabaret.
Tash York is amazing.
Absolute icon of the Fringe.
Come on already.
Yeah, there's just so much juicy stuff.
What about Madame Martha's After Hours Cabaret, Parisian Cabaret? Have you seen that?
I've not seen it, but I know the people behind it. I know Lockie and Jens and their team.
Incredible.
I've known them for a few years because I did some shows with Jens back in Sydney about 7 or 8 years ago.
Yep.
And to see all of that come together is great. Skank
amazing.
Sinatra.
Oh, which starts, I think, this week. I think that one
started
starts.
last night.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Just an amazing a bunch of performers, that troupe. I love them. So Adelaide Fringe, what does it mean to you?
Adelaide Fringe, oh, that's a beautiful question. I think for me, Adelaide Fringe...
I only ask the beautiful questions, come on.
That's true. Hey,
You
beautiful
know.
person, beautiful
Ah,
person.
you little charmer.
What does it mean to me? It means, again, community. It means an opportunity to here that's different.
Yeah.
Really exciting. That last year moving through the show in different ways. It's just fun. It's just beautiful, silly old fun, and I'm all for it.
Yes, absolutely. So how do you think the Adelaide audiences differ to the Edinburgh audiences?
It depends. I think there's a broader spectrum of audience here. Edinburgh audiences, although there's more people, they're there for the Fringe and they're there to see shows and engage with shows.
Yep.
And you can find your niche much more quickly. Whereas here, I think you got to kind of have that broader appeal to kind of hit those edges of your niche. So yeah, I think that they're a bit more. Other Fringes, especially shows like mine that have a lot of audience participation, a lot of silliness. Yeah, it's been good fun. They've been playing along pretty well.
When I grew up, how have the reviews been?
They've been great. Yeah, I've gotten 2 4-star reviews for the show, which is really nice. And that's been exciting. I think the show itself, it's a fully improvised show. So every night I'm literally walking on stage with nothing. I've got the 2.5 minutes opening that I've kind of written and I've got the beats of that. But then it just depends on what the audience writes down. So with that danger, there's a lot of excitement for the show. So yeah, I've got a few more reviewers coming in this weekend. I've had some judges in, so we'll see what happens.
Fingers and toes, everybody.
Keep them crossed.
So everyone, Jeremiah Adetto, when I grew up, Tuesday the 4th of March, which is long gone, right up until Sunday the 16th of March, which is of course this Sunday, get along, it's at the Belly in Gluttony, right here, Rymall Park. Come to the Hendrix Gin Lounge first, get a little bevy into you, then go and check out this incredible show. Jeremiah, what an absolute pleasure. Have a great show tonight. How are the tickets for tonight? Are there still opportunities for people to get out?
Absolutely. Come grab your tickets tonight. And for those watching, there's a little discount code you can use. If you use the code word MATESRATES for tonight, you'll get $20 tickets, which is pretty good. Mates Rates, capitals, all one letter, one word.
When I grow up, break, Jeremiah. All the best with tonight's show.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you again very, very soon.
Bye!
And we're back, everyone. Hey, we've got a very special guest coming on the Chesterfield with me very, very soon. But for now, what we're going to do while we're waiting for that artist who's quickly running down the pathway just out there to get to us, we're going to do another top 5. What I absolutely recommend you go and see is Adults Only Magic Show. Make no mistake, it is very much adults only, and it's incredibly cool. I'm going to see it probably tomorrow night or the night after. I saw it last year, it's bonkers good, but this year there's a bit of a new cast happening in it as well. So get along and see that one. Obviously that's down at, that's obviously down. 1 second, we've got our artist giving us a call right now. Hang on 1 sec. There we are, our producer over there is taking that. And then An Introvert's Guide to Extroverts is another really good show right down here at Gluttony. Get along to that one. I've heard only good things about that one, and that one I'm going to check out next week. So the other thing that I really want to push is Back to Black. The music of Amy Winehouse is a really good show. Get along to that one. I saw that one last year. Amazing. But I said this last week, but Ben Hart up close, insane. Get along to see Ben Hart, a funny comedian who is just like mesmerizing with what he delivers. I think our artist is lost, but that's okay. Our producer's going out to try and find him. It will all be good. And then another one I really want to recommend is Circus the Show. This is absolutely and what they do. We're waiting for our guest to turn up. Our next artist is a circus group from Africa. They're absolutely amazing. Their talents are unbelievable. They've just started their run this week. They were here last year. I saw them. Haven't seen them this year yet, but we're going to find out all about the show very soon. But get along and make sure you get tickets to that one, which we'll tell you about very shortly. If you've got any questions, so don't forget when the artists are on, if you've got any questions, shoot them through. I'm monitoring the questions as we go along. So ask questions, we'll engage, have some fun, and you know what? Stick around, there's going to be a whole lot more. We're going to have another quick break as we try and find out where our artist is zipped off to, and we'll be back with him very shortly. Stick around, everyone. And we are back, everyone. I'm really excited because I checked out this show last year. It's absolutely a killer. I'm so excited they're back. Please, everyone, welcome to the Chesterfield. Yamusa, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Welcome back to Adelaide, my friends. You have a great time here, don't you?
Yeah, that's why we're back.
Yeah.
Last year was an amazing experience.
We can't keep you away.
Oh.
Because last year was your first year, wasn't it?
Exactly. Last year was our first time here in, how do you say, Adelaide Fringe.
Yeah. Yep.
So we had a great time, and that's why we're back.
And you just a free concert.
This show is really popular for three years now.
Yeah.
And everywhere we go, people love this show. Love the show, yeah.
Unbelievable the things that happen on stage. I mean, you know, of course we've got that guy that just bends himself into like so many different contortions. Unbelievable. It's such a good show. Right?
Circa is
Yeah.
so everything you see in the show, it's like the way we live back home.
Yeah.
And beside that we add like circus skills with that, and all the tumblings, all the dance, all the culture come with it.
Unbelievable.
So you know, it's a lot of physical like act and the music like come with that, you know. So it's really important to have the music because it's keep our soul alive.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it's unbelievable to me because you actually put on, I mean, for those of you that saw it last year or have already seen it this year, they put so much effort and, you know, style into the actual staging as well. Like, there's a lot that goes on the stage. And for those of you that know how Adelaide Fringe works, it's kind of like next show, next show, next show. So the turnover of like moving a show in and moving a show out is really fast. How you do all of that in such a quick time is like, wow, credit to you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so you have to be professional.
Yep.
So as soon as you finish, move things, and you know you have to be aware of what's going on the stage.
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's really a good experience, and seeing all the artists backstage getting ready. And you know the energy is just fabulous. You
I
know.
love it, and you definitely bring the energy, definitely for sure. So has the show changed in any format from last year?
From last year, it's same thing, but always the show it's always different.
Yep.
In you know, it can be like for example, my solo when I do something, you know, I don't have to do it all the time the same. You know, I have to play with it. It depends the vibe. It depends the audience. You know, it's the you know like our contortionists. You have to feel with you know like the music, the vibes. Sometimes it's really hard, so that changed things too. So yeah, it's just great.
And you've definitely come back to Adelaide during a bit of a heat wave, haven't you? Because it's pretty hot out there.
It's really, really extremely hot inside. In the tent, woo, it's really, really hot.
What happens up on stage? Holy moly! What I mean, as we were saying before, everyone, you know, African Cirque travels the world. How do you find the Adelaide audiences compared to the other audiences around the world?
Yeah, like let's say, for example, when we were in Edinburgh in the US, you know, it's very good. You know, people, you know, react with the show. And also in Adelaide here, like one movement, people start screaming. You know, so for us, it's really good. It gives us energy to give more. More you receive, more you give. You know, so we love the audience here in Adelaide. It's just really great.
And it's a great big cast. Like, how many people have you got in it this year?
This year we are 10. 10
wow. That's awesome.
Last year we were 12, and this year we are 10.
Fantastic. Now, coming back to Adelaide, obviously, for the second time, is there something you look forward to when you come back to Adelaide? Is there a favourite beach or a bar or a restaurant that you were looking forward to getting to see?
Yeah, I think last time when we were here, we went to the beach and discovered a little bit of the the town too.
Yep.
And but we don't have much time because we perform every single day.
Yep.
So, but you know, you meet great people, yeah, and the food, everything is on the site.
Yep.
So it's good, and you meet great people like you.
Well, we're friends for a year now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Happy anniversary! Yay!
Thank you.
I love that. Oh my God, we'll go out for dinner later. So everyone, Yamusa Bangora, like seriously, the group is called Calabante, Cirque Calabante, and like they are just phenomenal, like really outstanding. You were one of the, the greatest highly reviewed shows from last year, and obviously this year is probably going to be the same as well. I haven't seen it yet this year, but I will. So it's called Afrique on Cirque, everyone. Get onto the Gluttony website, gluttony.net.au or adelaidefringe.com.au and search for Afrique on Cirque. Get along and see the show. It runs right up until the 23rd of March.
Exactly.
You are going to be tired.
Yeah, but we still will have energy for you, so don't miss it. Come, we'll be here.
And it is playing at the Flamingo in Gluttony, so it's the large space. I mean, that's a lot of seats in there, and you fill it up every single time. Right here in Gluttony at Rymel Park, like I said. My dear friends, what got you, let's just, before we say goodbye and all that and rush you off to do your show, what time is your show tonight, by the way?
It's 8:20.
8 o'clock. So it's 6:45 at the moment, everyone. If you live around the city area, get into Gluttony. There are still tickets available for tonight, maybe?
Exactly.
Right, so come along and see the show tonight. Come and have a little beverage down at the Hendrix Gin Lounge. Go and get something to eat at one of those incredible food carts out there, and then go and get tickets for tonight's show or tomorrow night, whatever you can manage.
Yeah.
But come along. But what got you into the arts and
Growing up, I was, like a kid with, a go-getter, like somebody who's always looking for things. And I saw like circus on TV.
Yeah.
So that's how it started.
Yeah.
And then I get involved with Circus Bawa, which is a company from Guinea, where I went Africa, and then Louise.
Yeah.
And from there, and I worked for Cavalier, Cirque du Soleil, like all of circuses in Montreal. So, and I decided to create Calabante.
Yeah.
And to show people how African we see circus, and with all the instrument we got, like the kora, which is an ancient instrument, and also with the big drum we call dum-dum, which is like really, really you feel with your soul and your heart, and we wanted to, give to the audience. We know people need that, and we want to give the energy to the people.
Yeah.
So what I will say, I will recommend everybody to come see this show. We're coming far, and then we want you guys to be here and just do party with us.
Please come out and support. And Yamusa comes out and says hi to everyone after the show. Please make sure, he's one of the most charming, beautiful, energetic guys. So much heart and soul. So make sure you come and see the show, hang around after, make sure you get a photo with him, say hi to him, because like I said, a beautiful energy. And we need more of that in the world, right? Don't we? Yamusa, happy 2025 Adelaide Fringe. I'm so looking forward to seeing the show. And enjoy the show tonight. I hope it goes really well.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh my gosh, absolute pleasure. Afrique on Cirque, everyone. Get onto the Gluttony website, get your tickets, and come and support these incredible artists. Yamusa, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you.
We're going to have a break. We're going to be back with one more artist very soon.
Thank you.